BTC snaps back to 11,14,000. SEC greenlights 6.8B staking, but with 95% Fed cut odds. Is this real or a trap? Welcome to your daily 5-minute crypto brief with Satoshi and Nova. Today is August 7th, 2025. I am Nova.
I am Satoshi. It seemed to find its feet around, what, mid $114,000?
Yeah.
Up about 2%?
Yeah, roughly 2% day on day, and Ethereum did a bit better, climbing maybe 3-4% towards $3,650.
Okay. And we saw other top alts like BNB, Solana follow suit.
Exactly. Gains around 3-5% there, SOL especially, up about 5%. There's some news about network upgrades coming. That probably helped.
Right. But XRP, that was the real standout.
Oh, definitely. A huge day for XRP, jumped almost 9%, flirting with $3.
Wow.
And that, that seems tied to this growing feeling, maybe optimism is the right word, that the long SEC legal fight might finally be getting close to an end.
Ah, the ETF hope factor.
That's likely part of it, yeah. Paving the way potentially for spot XRP ETFs. And look, even the meme coins, Doge, Shiba, they rallied 5-6%. BONK surged over 10%.
So retail's maybe dipping a toe back in.
It suggests that, yeah. But volumes are still kind of low. So like I said, cautious optimism feels right. Not exactly high conviction yet.
Okay, market's bouncing a bit, but cautiously. Now this is where I think it gets really interesting for the bigger picture, these macro and regulatory tailwinds. Let's talk Fed rates first. That's huge news, Ron.
It is a very big deal. The market expectation for a rate cut in September, it just spiked. Fed funds futures are pricing in something like a 94-95% chance of a 25 basis point cut.
95%. That's up massively from just a week ago, wasn't it?
Hugely. It was only around 48% last week. What changed? We got weaker than expected U.S. jobs data.
Okay.
Yeah, that put pressure on the dollar, and it really boosted hopes for monetary easing. Lower rates, generally mean more liquidity, pushing investors towards riskier assets like crypto, so definitely a tailwind.
And then tailwind number 2, regulation. The SEC launching Project Crypto. Is this just a name or is there real substance here?
It seems like more than just a name. It signals maybe a more proactive approach, trying to overhaul and clarify the rules instead of just, regulation by enforcement after the fact.
Okay, that would be welcome.
And a key part of this, they actually issued new guidance. The Division of Corporation Finance came out and said explicitly that certain liquid staking protocols and their tokens are not securities.
Whoa. Okay, that's significant. For things like Lido.
Exactly. Lido, Rocket Pool,
Yeah.
Their governance tokens jumped immediately, like 4-10%. This removes a big legal cloud that was hanging over that whole, $67-68 billion liquid staking market. It suggests a more, let's say, pragmatic approach from the SEC.
A pragmatic approach, finally.
Yeah.
But, while they're giving clarity there, enforcement is still happening elsewhere, right?
That's the other side of the coin, yeah. We just got the Tornado Cash verdict. That was definitely a partial blow, particularly for the crypto privacy space.
Roman Storm, the co-founder. What was the verdict exactly?
He was found guilty of operating an unlicensed money transmitting business. Now, the jury was hung on the more serious money laundering charges, but this verdict alone, it sets a pretty chilling precedent.
Oh, so?
Well, it suggests that even if you just develop the decentralized software, the code for a mixer, you could be held criminally liable if people use it for illicit stuff.
Yeah.
That raises big questions for developers of decentralized tech.
Yeah, where's the line between writing code and being responsible for its use? That's tough. Okay, so a setback there. But shifting back to positive news, adoption news, Corpay and Circle.
Right. Corpay, they're a big player in corporate payments, foreign exchange. They're partnering with Circle, the USDC issuer.
What does that mean practically?
It means they're integrating USD coin directly into Corpay's network. So businesses can use USDC for 247 real-time settlements globally.
Yeah.
And they can swap between USDC and a regular fiat currency in, I think, over 80 countries.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really big step for making stablecoins part of everyday business finance. Validates blockchain money for enterprise use.
So putting it all together as we wrap up this deep dive for the daily briefing.
Yeah.
What's the bottom line for you looking ahead? Hopeful, but watchful.
I think that nails it. You've got this mix. Potential Fed cuts, clearer rules in some areas, real adoption like the Corpay deal.
Yeah.
That could definitely support more recovery. But
Yeah.
you got to stay vigilant. Trading volumes aren't great. Bitcoin's still stuck in that range. Roughly $110K support, $116K resistance. Altcoins are still volatile.
Right.
And things could change fast. Any wobble from the Fed or if global tensions flare up, that could hit risk appetite hard. Plus, that Tornado Cash verdict is a stark reminder regulatory risk is still out there, especially around privacy.
So, guarded optimism it is.
Huh.
The foundation feels a bit stronger, maybe, but the ground can still shake. Risk management, staying informed.
Oh,
It's absolutely key.
totally.
And maybe something for you to think about. How will this tug of war between clearer rules and ongoing enforcement actually shape what gets built next in crypto? Where does innovation go from here? Lots to watch. Until next time, stay informed and stay nimble.
Enjoyed the brief? Please like and subscribe. We deliver fresh market updates, macro signals, and crypto news daily in just 5 minutes. Live streams coming soon. Stay tuned.